Welcome into Soda City Living. I'm so excited for what we have in store for you today. We are at Fern Studio Flowers on Divine Street in Columbia. Sarah, thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely, thanks for coming.
Yes, we're excited to be here, and I'm excited to learn more about what you do, because every time I see arrangements around town through a program that you do, or just bouquets at different places around town too, they're always so colorful and beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely, and I know a lot of people have heard of Fern, but for those who haven't, tell us a little bit about the background, how you got started with it.
Sure. So I founded Fern in 2010, and it just started pretty much doing small events and weddings. And then 2020, we actually moved from just doing weddings and events to a full service flower shop. That was in January of 2020, and we all know what happened in March. So
yes.
I think people are still learning that we're here for your deliveries and pickups and everything from prom to weddings. We are a full service flower shop.
Yeah, so you still do weddings and events, but you also put together arrangements. So we're going to do one of those today. What are the first steps when it comes to planning one of those?
Sure. So to design more in our garden style, we actually like to use mechanics like these, where you use chicken wire, and you can just use it and kind of ball it up to give it some shape in your container, and it just sort of allows the flowers to, as I arrange, they can kind of fall as nature intended them to go.
Wow.
So to get started, let me pull from some of the greenery that I have over here. This is beautiful mock orange. Can I just highlight some of my flower farmers?
Please, yes, we love that.
So this is from Floral and Hardy Farms. Donna grows it, and it's so beautiful, and it blooms like 2 weeks out of the year. And so this is when it's blooming.
You got to take advantage when you can.
Yeah, you really do. It's so pretty. So I'll start with that.
Okay.
And it's a little intimidating to have like a whole long piece of it. So I kind of cut it down. And you want to pull off like the stems down below. If you want to pull off those two a little bit and kind of help me out.
These two here?
I'll put you to work. Yeah, that's perfect. It feels like you shouldn't do that because
that's what I was
you
thinking.
feel like you're losing those pretty flowers.
Right.
But it makes your arrangement last a lot longer because you don't want any of it in the surface.
You can keep them for a little mini bouquet.
Yeah,
Give it to a friend.
I'm going to grab a little bud vase. Oh, look, like something like this. So you can put like your little shorties
there
in like a little vase like that. But you do still, so this was a long stem, and I've now gotten it into two little smaller pieces. All right, so this is the first couple little pieces of mock orange, and it's gonna give me like the general shape of my arrangement. The next thing that I'm gonna use, this is a sweet pea vine, and this came from Brenton at Boone Fox Farm. She actually took over the space over by City Roots. So the sweet pea vine, it's a little intimidating. It looks a little crazy.
Yeah.
But if you like cut it down,
it up.
and you can just like let it sort of trail out of a vase.
Oh, how pretty.
And look, see, it has like little tiny peas.
It does,
on it.
which you wouldn't think that you'd put that in a floral arrangement necessarily, but it works.
Things that are like a little bit different or unexpected too. That also adds to like the garden variety style.
Whimsical, yes.
Exactly. And then the next step would be to use some of your big focal flowers. Peony season is here.
Yay!
These are local. These are from our farmer Linda out at Purple Tudor in Blythewood. And these were from last week, so I'm going to use them here because look how they change color. Aren't they
so beautiful. Those are one of my favorites.
Oh my goodness, who doesn't love peonies?
Right.
Rather than maybe just putting it right in the center, I like to kind of put it off center to give it a little bit more interest.
Okay.
And then I'll maybe layer the other one a little bit higher, up like that. Kind of like that to just get like your focal point flowers going.
Yeah.
And so right now we've got like the structure with the greenery to kind of define the size of your arrangement, and then you add your focal points. And then, let me see what I might do. Oh, I might use this Godisha next, because this kind of works like the peonies, like it's nice and big and full. And so it can give us some visual weight on the other side. It's a little bit different than the peonies are. Oh, those are so pretty.
I can really see that art knowledge coming into play here.
Thanks. I mean, I'm right where I'm supposed to be.
Definitely.
So I layered the Godisha at the back here.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm trying to work in kind of like planes, if you will. So it's not all on the same big rounds, like where they're all out on the same level. If you kind of work it where there are different different planes.
Yeah.
So it almost feels like a little butterfly could fly through your arrangement. That really adds to the garden style variety that we do here. So we've got all these like pretty little peachy pinks. I think I'm gonna take one of these little poppies and float it up above. Just so you can add like some little wispy gestures, I think is what a teacher that I took a workshop from called it one time, which I think is a really cute way to think of it. Like some of these little lighter ones.
And that's an interesting,
so delicate.
Yeah, technique to just stick one here and there. Because usually when you're thinking the typical floral arrangement, it's a bunch of any particular thing, but it doesn't have to be that way.
Yeah, no, that's right. It like makes it a little bit more interesting to do a few of a certain kind in one spot and then kind of move around and put some other ones in other places. These ranunculus are really pretty right now. They are not local, but they are also very beautiful.
Yes.
And you kind of would just work around and like keep going we could add in some other colors. But I like to make my way around the arrangement, and every set is a little bit different.
Yes, lots of interest here. So if someone wants to put together their own bouquet, you do have opportunities for that.
Yes, so we of course can make things for you here, but one of our favorite things that we do for Columbia, if you're close by, come see us. We do a flower bar. Thursdays is the biggest day for that, and we basically set up this whole counter with all of these vases. I mean, it's all the ones that are behind us. You can't see past them when you're up here on Flower Bar. It's really fun, and you can come and shop by the stem and pick out a little bouquet. I mean, you can get just like, you did a good job on this,
thank you.
You can just get a couple little things to put on a bud vase, like on your nightstands, or you can get like a whole big amount of like pretty things to put throughout your house. And our designers are here too to kind of help with the selection. But that's
amazing.
Thursdays, and then Fridays and Saturdays we do also a flower bar, but Thursday is the best selection.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for showing us this and telling us more about Fern.
Yeah, of course. Glad to.
We'll be right back.